Howdy folks, welcome to episode 54 of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. Had to skip uploading last week because it was announced that the bot I've been using to run my stream for the last 9 years is just going to shut down suddenly in October, so I had to scramble for a week to fix that. This episode we're going to make it through 5 quests. I'll have timestamps for all of them in the description. If there's one you want to skip and just see a summary for, you can do that. While I'm not questing, I'm still working on leveling up Dungeoneering, Archaeology, and Herblore. Let's get to the playthrough. Okay, so my strategy with Herblore now has been to just train it until my Wise 4 maxes out for the day, so I'm getting close to maxing it out, but I'm about to hit 113 Herblore. This was substantially faster than Primal Fruit Pulp. I ended up running out of Dwarf Weeds to make Vuln Bombs and running out of Blue Charms to make Charming Potions, so I'm on Extreme Cooking Potions now. Should be another Archaeology level here. Archaeology 103. I'm able to get some more junk out of my bank. I'd like to do that. Should be another Dungeoneering level. I've been getting lots from Tears of Guthix lately. Dungeoneering 89. Need to catch up Agility. I guess I'm okay with Agility getting the Tears of Guthix XP. It's even more annoying to train the Dungeoneering. I always miss these. Apparently I got the Archie pet. That's cool. About to hit an important Dungeoneering level threshold. 90 Dungeoneering. I think that means I now qualify for another player-owned ports person. I think it's literally just Dungeoneering and Agility that I have left. Archaeology 104. Curious what level I'll get to in this pursuit of Dungeoneering levels. At some point I'll probably just train Dungeoneering normally because I'll have so many floors that the amount of XP per run should go up, but we'll see. I am also getting more tokens the higher level I have from Archaeology. Should be an Agility level here at Tears of Guthix. Yeah, Agility 90, and that should be the last player-owned port person, which is cool. Another Dungeoneering level here. Dungeoneering 91, getting up there. I've been away for RS3 for a while, but I'm about to go do Rune Mechanics. It starts at the Mage Training Arena, and it sounds like I have to have 5 Pizzazz points, so I might have to do a little bit of Mage Training Arena here. Absolutely awful, miserable minigame, but I'll see what I can pull off with it. See if it lets me just talk to the guy without having to do the Mage Training Arena stuff. Rune Guardians, aren't they fascinating? They're walking, talking rocks. Cute reference to the pet rock. I'm sure the wizards would be willing to tell you. Will you do it? Yes, okay, so I can accept without getting the progress hat. All the wizards who helped rebuild the Mage Training Arena are still working here. Wizard Shug, Wizard Dougal, Wizard Edvin. Okay. Let's talk to them. Dougal next door. 2 useless apprentices have anything better to do? Everyone always wants something from me. Okay, this guy needs to chill. I'll never talk to you again, quite happily. Only a first-class rune crafter such as myself could possibly have pulled it off. Compliment him and massage his ego. Mind, body, and steam runes. All those runes. Wow, that is impressive. Okay. Yeah, the item said I needed to be able to make steam runes during the quest. Not sure I could do it. I mean, combination runes are complex. Okay, I guess they wanted a quest to introduce the concept of combination runes since it's kind of like arbitrary and weird. Edvin is next door. lava. Should make it safer. Hello? Resurrecting the Rune Guardians. Must have my prototype challenge room. Place in a grid of rooms, start at the south edge, make your way to the opposite edge. Use the portals around you. Your room has a small orb floating in a corner. You can use these to escape at any time. Yeah, sure. Oh god. Okay, here we go. Oh, I think I get it. The pattern you're gonna follow is printed on the ground. So like, I went in, where did I go? This guy down here, and it took me up to left one. Alright, that's doable then. Okay, that wasn't too hard. Search the time descriptions using the cardinal directions and their effects on teleporting. Here's my sanity testing your project. Based on Uzarian golem technology. Okay, that's cool. I know all about golems in Uzur. I found this city in the desert. Does this quest require the golem? Doesn't. It's optional dialogue, I guess. Uzarian golems are made of clay, had strict instructions. Use the clay with rune essence and instructions with magic. Oh, thanks, bud. Okay. So then there's Wizard Shug, who's upstairs somewhere. Talking to Shug. What's up, buddy? He looks cool. So sleepy. You've hardly done any training at the Mage Training Arena. Okay, go earn 5 pizzazz points. Quite proud of myself for coming up with the name. Pizzazz what? Okay. I guess I'm just going to quickly do something. You don't need to see it. You've seen the Mage Arena before. Okay, now he's talking to me. Wizard Cedrador's idea to rebuild the Mage Training Arena. You have more wizard mind bombs than anyone. Back on topic. User, get back on topic. Talking about the Lunar Isle, okay. The women there were quite odd, very floaty. Don't you mean flighty? $20 pieces of essence and 2 enchanted emeralds. Okay. Enchant an emerald on its own. I must go. So does he have something for enchanting just the emerald? Hold on. Enchant them on a workbench in the basement. Okay. Give me a sec to find it. Operate workbench over here. Okay. And it says I need 20 pure essence. I'm gonna have to make room for that. I've already used my Wicked Hood stuff as part of my dailies. Let me go make these steam runes really quick. That should just take a second. Okay, I think I use the water runes on the fire altar. Okay. Oh, but I only made 3. Shit, I forgot about that. Okay, hold on. I have binding necklaces too. He even gave me one. I just didn't equip it. Annoying. All right, let's do this again. Whoopsies. There we go. That's more than enough. I think I've got everything I need on me. Heading back to Clerval to turn in the steam runes, and we'll see what he says to do after that. Here we go. What's up? Finn. We get a new challenge room. It seems horrible. I wonder if they ever actually added that as a formal training room. Had a pellet craving for weeks. Shug. Other wizards haven't trusted me with that secret. Fine, I'll get them. Noted essence won't do us any good. Show them to Dougal first. Okay. Yep. A bit more practice, you'll be a first-class runecrafter just like me. Sure, bud. Couldn't get those wires on the table fixed. So useless, I can't even fix some wires. Comfort and reassure him. Aw, I'm being so nice. Fix the animation table. Need to get the 2 wires that connect from top to bottom. Drag the wires into place. Oh wow. Okay. Keep like clicking through the puzzle. Oh, it's a sliding block puzzle, isn't it? Alright, well, give me a second. Oh, but there's no actual block sliding. I just have to position them. Okay, so it's not sliding block. Literally just a normal jigsaw. Not a big deal. Seems more right. That seems right. I did it. What? We were fixing the table. I tried carving the body. Came out all lumpy and wrong. Can you carve it for me? You are useless, but yes, I'll do it. Don't worry, I'll help out. Okay. Use the tool. There we go. Does this require, is it crafting? Oh, construction. Magic and runecraft. Okay. Oh, Jim Jam. We did it. All right. Rune Guardian Pet. Rune Mechanics is presumably intended to introduce you to the mage training arena. It seems like Jagex is realizing, hey, we've got a bunch of minigames that we have that there's like no breadcrumbs to draw players to it whatsoever. So maybe we should make some intro quests since that can get players' attention. We've seen that a couple times recently, and later in this episode we'll do a quest that seems like it's an introduction to pest control. You're trying to make a Rune Guardian like the ones in Mage Training Arena, and you do that by performing a bunch of errands for the wizards at the MTA. Most of it's not terribly interesting. One of the things they have you do is make combination runes, so that might be another task that they realize, hey, you can do this, but we really don't have anything in the game that tells you to do it or tutorializes how it works. At the end, you make the Rune Guardian and then have the option of taking it as a pet. That's the gist of it. Do you want the Rune Guardian as a pet? I mean, I guess. He doesn't eat like normal pets. Recharge him at a runecraft altar. Okay. Release pet. That's fine. Hopefully I don't need to get another one. Let me make sure really quick. Okay, no, I don't need him and I can replace him at any time. Okay, no problem. Next quest then is the Blood Pact. I think I was supposed to do this quest a really long time ago. If you're considering like making optimal choices for an early account. If I wasn't trying to avoid doing quests out of order, I should have done this a long ass time ago. I think I was actually supposed to do this back when I was farming for spiders for the player-owned farm. I think this place is supposed to be a better location. I ended up doing that in the clock tower, which was not a fun time, but at least it's in the past. I need some help. Help do you need? Cultists of Zamorak have gone in the catacombs with the prisoner. The whole idea was to add an early game dungeon for new players. Help you? Yeah, and this is free to play. 2010, you head down the stairs, I'll follow. Don't have forever. Oh, these are like party members. Okay, with a prisoner. There's a guard in the room ahead who should be able to overpower him. Speak to me if you have any questions. And I'd like instantly die. Wait, really? Do the rest without me. Okay, so they're trying to teach you the combat triangle, but it doesn't matter. That's neat, though. A bunch of completely unnecessary pets. Okay, that works. No, give me your stuff and get out of here. Okay, so they give you an early bow that doesn't require ammo. That makes sense. Might need the bow to reach her? Nope, sure don't. I do like that you're permitted to spare them. It's a nice touch. Give me your stuff and get out of here. Oh, this is a charged staff. Okay. Yeah, because I guess both magic and range in RuneScape as it currently exists are quite a bit more complicated for a new player to get into than just regular melee. So I can see why they'd want to make this quest. Here to rescue you. Let the others live. This doesn't have to end in violence. Wasting precious ectoplasm. I probably just shouldn't have brought any. Give me your stuff and get out of here. Well, that sucks. Reese's sword. Rescue Alona. Oh, is that it? Oh, that was really quick. That's basically like a mini quest. Yeah, that probably literally should have been the first thing I did when I loaded in, to be honest. I should have left Berthorpe, come to Lumbridge, and done this. Because you don't start in Lumbridge anymore. That was very easy. Alright. Blood Pact is barely even a quest. You go into the catacombs at Lumbridge, and then you kill 3 people. That's the quest. The three people use different combat styles, so maybe this makes sense if it's like literally the first thing you do when you get out of tutorial island. But there's like barely any story, and it's done after like less than 5 minutes. Next is Fairy Tale Part 3. Hey. Okay, starting Fairy Tale Part 3. I think because I turned her down earlier, I have to manually travel to her. Yeah, it's no problem. Very, very wise. Of course I'll help. What do I need to do? Talk to the Fairy Queen in the Resistance headquarters. She'll explain everything. I can teleport you there right now if you'd like, but just this once. Sure. Okay. Very, very wise that you need my help. It'll actually be really nice. I think a reward from this quest is not needing the Draman staff anymore to use fairy rings. Yeah, I'll help. Accept quest. The Tooth Fairy. Okay. I love all the fairy jokes. The Fairy Godfather created a rift between this plane and another seemingly filled with orcs. Our secret weapon is FTM. Fairy tooth magic. Teeth are an essential part of fairy society. They're easy to come by. Tooth magic has powerful possibilities. Turn on the projector when you're ready to watch it. This is awesome. Really excited to be doing this quest. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. Epilepsy warning. Let's do show a non-flickering briefing for people at home. Oh, amazing. Go to extreme lengths to secure the most interesting teeth for weaving tooth magic. Oh yeah, that's Tarn's lair. Need to study tooth magic. Oh, this is a cool cutscene. Magically enchanting a farming patch, we could grow creatures that are identical to the tooth's original host. Whoa. It's creepy. Tooth magic is challenging. This one we called gnarly. It's partial to compliments. What is fairy tooth magic? Oh shoot, I didn't mean to skip that. Farming and magic. Okay, I think I got the idea. What do you need me to do? Romblod, Bregeth, and Shred Flesh. This is a lot of information. Full operational design plan. I'll have a complete boondoggle. Okay. Yes, I'm ready. What's our tooth to tail ratio? 1:1. Orc army is swelling. Oh, the orcs look great. The orcs are in old school RuneScape. There's just nothing to do with them since this quest never got released. I love the Fairy Godfather. It's just like, just straight up Marlon Brando. It's cool. Daenerys needs you. Cute. What needs to happen now? The way the Tooth Fairy talks is very funny. Search and rescue up. Have special ordnance crucial to the operational design. Diet? Deep infiltration and extraction team. ZFW-1 combat apparatus. It's a stick. It's my wand. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll go collect your wand. You need to make a bite to effect entry. Basic improvised tooth extractor. Use a hammer on some secators. You can find some secators northwest of here. Okay, good, because I don't have any. Okay. Alright, using hammer on secators. There we go. Tooth extractor. Cute. And then where am I going? West-northwest of the Zanaris Bank. Okay. Okay, this has the quest icon on it. Open door. Door is locked. Needed to gain entry to her grotto. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Pick the lock. Hey, it's Gnarly. What do you want? Not yours. Can I do something for you in return for the wand? Gnarly's mood. Ant. What? Growl versus Yip Yap? I can see by the luster of your tooth enamel that you brush regularly. There should be some plaque dedicated to you. Oh my god. You're a wonderful guard tooth with lovely cusps. So your bicuspid ancestry is an example to all molar kind. Seen such amazing, inspired, and dreamlike toothiness. Okay, I did bring milk. There you go. Can I have the wand now, please? Nope. What? Close your eyes first. Okay, I'll close my eyes. I just want to like spawn the stick into his mouth. Okay, keep your enamel on. I'll pick you up. The idea of a tooth monster is really funny. Okay, Tooth Fairy. Back we go. Back to the Tooth Fairy. Sort of got your wand. I'm just a stick man. I feel like they need to like pit the fairies against the penguins. Ops plan focuses on the fairy godfather's overconfidence. Okay, another projector scene. Orc generals have been located and tracked. Pick strategic points to magically affect their teeth. Extract rotten teeth from each orc general. Okay. We're gonna make tooth clones of all the orcs. All right. It's pretty funny. Well, this entire quest descends from the Tooth Fairy joke. I understand. Yes, I accept. To get you kitted out with a replacement magic tooth to enable you access to more fairy rings. Oh, that's how I'm able to use the fairy rings without a Draman staff? That's neat. I don't think if they were to import this quest into old school, they would probably have to keep the Elite Lumbridge Diary reward. That's how you get to use fairy rings without a staff. But I kind of like thematically the idea of them giving you a tooth that lets you do it. Place one of my teeth? And give you a dossier, yes. Isn't that going to be painful? The dossier is quite safe. Defense of all fairy kind. You hero types usually just suck it up anyway, unless you're scared of a teensy bit of pain. Bring it on, replace my tooth. This is a job for teeth. What's teeth? Teeth extraction, expert fairies, okay. Heavy machinery operators with a delicate touch. Okay, thanks. Stand in a special place in the Fairy Resistance HQ and give a signal. Oh, I guess I need to ask her more to find out what that is. South of projector. Stand at ease on the yellow flowers and give us a signal when you're ready. Wave at you. A perfect combat signal. Okay, so these flowers here. Wave. God. Amazing. Censored for the squeamish. No anesthetic? What sort of hero are you? Can reconsider this? Three, two, one, heave. Deploy the magic tooth. It really hurts. Collect the tooth from each of them, bring all their teeth to me. Okay, cool. Aggressive female orc. Oh, I love the little paper clip and everything. That's cute. Gromblod. Teeth are so rotten you can only eat soft fruit. Well, they all have their own fairy codes. Okay. Codename Bad Daddy. Orc teeth. These masticating marvels convey a feeling of basic primal energy. Alright, this is fun. Let me go do this. Oh, I guess I still need the lunar staff for now. Maybe they won't give me the ability to skip the staff until the end of the quest. Alright. Let me follow the dossier here. I think maybe it added it to my quest guide. Alright, here's the first lady. What's wrong with your mouth? I have a tooth missing. Scars of victory. Big victory on Ka-chunk. There's the subordinate of yours buried. Okay. Find out where Ka-chunk is. Anything about Ka-chunk? One of our troop took a swipe at Briageth. Another one of those fairy rings. Okay, so fairy fix it. Next. I think she's the one who's standing by the fairy ring, right? Yeah. What do you know about Ka-chunk? Just managed to compensate the RLS to DOI, so you should be okay. Ring location systems of this orc land are in a general area. Distant outlying islands. DIP. Okay. I saw something that said there was an optional task to bring planks to repair a bridge. I need to wait until I talk to this guy to do it. You knocked out Brigath's tooth, didn't you? Tricksy thing. Pickpocket. Okay. Guess that's all I need to do here. This says this is the broken bridge. I don't know if I maybe have to use the planks on it. Oh yeah, that just straight up works. Okay. I think this is convenient because this goes to... Oh, yeah, that is very convenient. Yeah, I can just get to mostly harmless very quickly in the future. Okay, well that's neat. I was also supposed to bring some willow logs to light a fire for him since I have a high fire making level. Make the fire. 10,000 fire making XP. Okay, that's nice. I've got one of the tooth. I have to get... Next one is BKQ. Oh yeah, I haven't been here in a long time. Done some farming for stuff here in leagues before in old school RuneScape. I actually don't know who I'm talking to here. Groundblood? Okay, so he won't talk to me. Try talking to other people here. The centaurs. Groundblood is here. Motivated by greed. Huh. May be able to help. Looking for tasty mangoes. The horsey man and the tree thinking they not say where the mango is. Okay. So are there mangoes here somewhere? Oh yeah, the frog princess and the frog prince are here. Old random event. Royal Frogness. I think they're just here for the random event. I need one mango. Use a fairy ring. Thanks. CLR. Okay. Okay, wow. CLR is Apatol. So does this quest have a bunch of... Doesn't have a bunch of prerequisites. That's really interesting. I guess it doesn't technically let you get to all of Apatol, and it technically doesn't let you get to all of Mostly Harmless. Ah. Single perfect mango. Oh, I see. The whole deal is that part of this quest is giving you the opportunity to get more useful little destinations here. So if I was a ninja monkey, I could just go straight into the course. All right, here's your mango, sir. Mango with gross tooth in it. Extract tooth. Have to use the tooth extractor. Okay. All right, and then next up was ALP. Actually, I have no idea where this is. I don't see an exit from the cave. Can I help with something? Tooth is hurting, huh? I'm a dentist. I can extract it for you. Okay. Oh, I have to pick the right answers. Okay. Which tooth is it? Pain is very high. Can I say it now? I have a tooth extractor, look. Tooth docks is evil. They're big and scary. Oh, another one of these, okay. This is meant to be the opposite of the previous one where I'm supposed to say mean things to him instead of nice things. Let's see. Oh no, I do have to actually say the nice thing. It's a bit of pain to a huge orc hero like you. You don't need teeth, just suck the eyeballs from your enemies. Pull it out quick. Okay. Censored for the squeamish. What's the sound effect for that? Checked really quick to see if there was another shortcut here, and there is a rock pile in the back. I actually don't know where it goes. Where the hell? In the middle of Gutenoth? It's kind of a weird place to get a fast travel point to. I don't know if that's very helpful. Right on, though. Okay, I'm back to the Tooth Fairy. All 3 orc teeth. Considerable prejudice. Don't you mean extreme prejudice? Extreme prejudice doesn't fit into fairy ethos. Okay. Okay. You're pretty proud of this projector. It is pretty funny. I like it. Tooth should be planted in a farming patch. It'll grow into a tooth creature, which will become your ally. Oh, I like the health bars at the top. That's funny. Tooth creature is low on health. The wand can be used to heal the tooth creature. Can also heal a damaged tooth plant. Okay, got it. Get the wand. The Dental Avengers. Targeting the Fairy Godfather. Okay, I can probably do this without food, but we'll see. Thanks. This just says go fight the Fairy Godfather. Meet at the Rift coordinates detailed in my dossier. Okay, BIR, DIP, CLR, ALP. Okay, in theory this will work. Let's see. Alright, there's our boss arena stuff again here. Music track unlocked, root canal. Stand a no chance now. I am the untouchable. He's amazing looking. It's really funny. I love his like goons too. That's a really good gag. Incredible. Here's the Tooth Fairy. Thank you. Plant the orc teeth in the farming patches. Eat the generals and grunts first. Okay, cool. Squeeze past. Plant the tooth. My summons are just like effortlessly killing the generals. And take out Gromblod first, I guess. Got some guys growing here, and because of necromancy, I just have to wait now. I'm guessing there's probably enough time for them to grow while you're fighting. Otherwise, just gotta wait. Wield the fairy one. I can't use it until they finish growing anyway. That's fine. It would be neat to see this quest ported to old school with some kind of change in what happens, and obviously a different reward. I'm gonna have to edit this to skip all of the waiting, but because everything dies immediately, there's substantial waiting in this. Probably wasn't noticeable when it first released. There we go. Wait. Wait. Gotta tell them to follow me first. Okay, now I can tell them to fight. We all hit him. I should be able. Down to 2 shields. 1 shield left. All shields down. Crunch attack. Some sort of misunderstanding here. Let's parlay. Okay. You would defeat me? Do-gooder fairy. Is this do-gooder human? The rift! Ah! Oh man, they're still setting up a cool sequel then. I didn't realize that. Like the fairy godfather has been in the orc dimension for a long time. Be the last we see of the fairy godfather. They should do a Grandmaster Fairy Tale Part 3 in old school. It would be really funny. Oh no! All the stuff flying out of it. It's funny. Holy crap. Cursed tooth orcs don't look friendly. Oh, there's an enemy we can fight now. Increase your fairy ring clearance levels. You don't need to carry a staff. Sweet. It is with the tooth, okay. I just wanted you to actually finish the quest this time, unlike Fairy Tale Part 2, where you could do like the first 10% of it. Oh, magic watering can. That's useful. Wow, this is like the most... Of all the quests I've done... so if I remove the sword here... I think in terms of what matters to endgame RS3, this is like the first quest I've done that really matters. I guess getting fairy rings in the first place was pretty helpful, but a lot of these are like super irrelevant in modern RS3. But this is like every reward is useful. Not needing the Draman staff to do fairy rings. I guess I could make it so that patches don't have to deal with weeds anymore, which is, you unlock that by different means in old school, but that's helpful to get here. Yes, please teleport me to Martin. Okay, started the first quest. Farming problems and fairies. Great news. Awesome. Fairy Tale Part 3 is my long-awaited sequel to Fairy Tale Part 2. I know it came out many years ago, but from my perspective, I played Fairy Tale Part 2, saw that there was a fairy godfather and a bunch of orcs in Zenaris, and then never saw a resolution to it in old school RuneScape, so it was exciting to finally see how they handled this. The entire quest essentially descends from making a joke about the Tooth Fairy, like being a member of the Fairy Resistance. She talks to you about tooth magic and how if you can get teeth from some of the orc generals that you can make tooth clones of all of them to fight the Fairy Godfather with. It's a cute little quest. You go around unlocking some new fairy ring locations that are shortcuts to areas that are otherwise annoying to get to, like Mostly Harmless and Apatoll. There's a funny part where you get a tooth removed and replaced with a magic fairy tooth, which is the explanation for why you don't need the Draman staff anymore to use fairy rings, because you have the tooth in your mouth. That's neat. I like that a little bit better than the way old school handles it, where it's just a diary reward. In the cutscene where you fight the fairy godfather, he pulls his wand out of like a Tommy gun case. It's incredible. It ends a little bit ambiguously with the fairy godfather being banished to the orc dimension. So we might see a sequel where he's been in the orc dimension for a long time and has been mutated or something. I hope we see a follow-up on this because it's great and it's very funny. A+ quest, and probably the most impactful quest I've done in terms of the ones I've been doing in release order. So I've certainly done impactful quests that are released far after this one, you know, in like the last 4 years. But this one lets you use fairy rings without a Draman staff. It lets you have a infinite magic watering can that can go on your tool belt, and it makes it so that your crops don't get weeds anymore. All of which are actually pretty relevant to the end game of RS3. So it is very interesting to do all these quests that clearly release content that's intended to be something for you to engage with after it's done, and then RS3 has just deprecated 99% of it. This one, the rewards still kind of matter, so that's cool. Yeah, it says I can also talk to him to make it so I don't have to deal with the weeds anymore. Happy to keep your patches weed-free from now on. Okay, so I just have to talk to each person running a patch. I can do that. I don't really deal with that at all because I don't like do herb runs or anything. That was a fun quest. Looks like you can add the magic watering can to the tool belt, so that's really helpful. Oh, I see. I'm like, what's the deal with them showing the cursed tooth creatures? They drop blue charms and gems frequently, which is interesting. Probably not relevant anymore, but I guess them having high gem drop rate kind of replaces the weird bug with the Goroks from Fairy Tale Part 2. Oh boy, next up is Elemental Workshop 3. If this is anything like the first two, it might be a bit of a drag. Make and equip elemental body equipment. I think the body door exists in old school, you just can't do anything with it. Search a bookcase in the Sears Village Church. Okay, I'm on my way. I assume it's the bookcase with the icon here. Find a ragged book. Elemental Workshop 3, accept. Okay. Prime metal bar was resilient and impervious to any experimentation. Impervious turns attention to the magical powers of the body, as found in the body runes of the world. Small output of body energy required a machine of an unwieldy size. Soft clay mold of the limb in a temporary effort to rearm his assistant. To investigate every nook and corner of magic to return his assistant to a semblance of life. Okay. Need to figure out how to open the body room in the elemental workshop. Oh, if you examine it, there's a raise relief on the front. It does mention using the clay. What would you like to mold the clay with? It's cute. I have a key mold. I don't know if I have to make it inside. No, the previous quest didn't have a lot of hints. Alright, I'm going to check the wiki really quick. Okay, you need elemental ores. The wiki mentioned that I needed those, but I wasn't sure at what stage of the quest I was going to use them in. Okay, so I have to get some elemental ore, turn them into bars, and then use the bars to make this key. So I'll do that really quick. Okay, got a key. Don't think I need more keys. I think I only need a total of 2 more elemental bars, though. I assume the key gets me into the body room. Oh, the wiki says, I was just reading ahead to make sure that I had the right idea here. I'm gonna have to prime some bars, like we did in Elemental Workshop 2, so I guess I'll just do that really quick. Yeah, I might just summarize most of what I'm doing in this quest since it's just like puzzle stuff. Okay, I think I got my second primed bar here. It'll only take a few minutes. I'm just gonna keep going downstairs, I guess. Yeah, this body door exists in old school RuneScape, you just can't open it. Okay. Oh. Do I add this to my keyring? No. Maybe it'll just stay open when I'm done. Slot. Big red button. Slot where a flattened bar could go. Okay, I don't want to screw this up because it could take a really long time to fix, so I think I am just going to follow the wiki for this. It says we start by going downstairs. It's these guys here. Okay. Okay. Don't know what this means. Oh no. I put it back where I just moved it. Oh, it's a sliding block puzzle. Alright, you don't need to watch me do this. It's not exactly the same as a normal sliding block puzzle. I suggest, oh, is this a sliding block puzzle because they're so common in RuneScape? It's similar. You still only have 1 degree of freedom. But it's a little bit more involved. Okay, I think I kind of vaguely understand what I'm doing here. I'm trying to connect all of these gears so that this one turns this one on the other end. Maybe just turns any of the other ones. I have a total of like 5 options to turn here. I do need the empty space to be there for it to move over. Okay. I'm going to start this over. I screwed it up. I thought I was going to hit this guy. Okay, I think I got it this time. And then we do this one to move it over one to that empty space. Okay. Ah. So I do need to hit all of those to turn them. And this is a big display of how many moves I have left. Interesting. I don't think I can interact that once I get it down. And maybe I just have to keep repeating the puzzle. I'm gonna check the wiki to see if it does require me to reset here. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like there's actually buttons all across the place that I can do to press manually as opposed to using this little interface in the bottom right. I wonder if they added this after the fact. This is certainly a lot easier to work with than it is to try to like zoom out and look at the puzzle otherwise. Wiki does say after reset, so I'll reset and try the next batch here. Oh, I see. Now that I'm doing it again, I have access to a higher level, and this one's stacked up 2. This will help me figure out which height one I want to reach next. Okay. Because I need to get the 3 high guy. Gotcha. I think I'm going to get another one here. It's this guy. I should push this here, then those should all connect. Okay. And that'll lower my 3 stacker. I moved this down because it was tall enough. It says you hear a crunching of gears. A counter gets stuck around 62 moves. Wonder if that gives you like more moves. That's interesting. I'll be super honest with you, like, I'm not exactly sure what this quest wants from me, and I can kind of get the sense that I'm supposed to touch some of the edges here, but because there's like arbitrary steps where like you have to like navigate everything into a position and then just reset, and sometimes you do something that doesn't appear to change anything. I'm just gonna follow the wiki as the short version. I have no idea what I'm doing. I tried really hard to figure out this quest on its own, and I can't figure out what it wants from me. Okay, I think this is right. Nothing happened when I did that. Okay, but the wiki says, once it looks like it's done, press the reset lever and a message will pop up saying nothing interesting happens, perhaps if it were powered first. I did not get that message. I don't know if I did something wrong. Okay, I'm very confused by this puzzle. Okay, so now the central thing is rotating, so we've got a bunch of gears around it, I guess. If your puzzle looks exactly like this image, so it's B or C3? This machine raises you hear a whirring noise from the level above. Do not pull the reset lever. Okay. Go back upstairs. This is crazy. I think I kind of vaguely understand what I was doing, but not well enough to be able to just do it off the top of my head. Put a primed bar in the slot. Okay, I'm glad I didn't do that earlier. Cool. Flip the lever. Push the button. Defenses are drained. You feel weakened. A minus 33 defense. Flip the lever. There's the body bar. Okay, and then I have to go back down and do some more shenanigans with the puzzle. Because I powered the main machine is essentially how I was able to get the body bar there. I see. Oh, interesting. I'm doing a thing because I only get one body bar each time I raise the thing, and I'm kind of like cheesing it to be able to do another one without having to completely reset the machine. That's crazy. Okay. Here comes our second guy. Draining another 33 defense levels. Take the bar. Then you go back to the workbench on the first level to make a body, which is funny. Okay. It gets this workbench here. Body. Okay. That was a quest. Elemental Workshop 3 is probably exactly what you expect it to be if you're coming from old school RuneScape. It's another Elemental Workshop quest. I think this one is really baffling compared to the first two. The first two, you're able to kind of piece together the puzzle of what you're supposed to do. This one, there's some kind of like pseudo sliding block puzzle with gears that doesn't really make a lot of sense as to what it's asking you to do. I ended up having to give up and look up what I was supposed to do, and even looking at the instructions telling me exactly what to do, it's not clear why things play out the way that they do. It's very strange. It does end with a gag. The item that you make at the end of the quest is called the body. Haha. So that's cute. Unfortunately, the body under EOC is tier 10 magic armor. Like, Lunar Diplomacy gives you tier 60 magic armor. That's actually pretty good. And here you do significantly more work for just absolute garbage. I don't understand RS3 sometimes. That's it, though. That's the quest. And I just get a book of knowledge. What a weird quest. Like, I like Elemental Workshop 1 and 2. I think they're broadly able to be figured out. That one was extremely strange, though. I was about to say, where did the coal and the book come from? While reading the instructions from the book, you find a certificate for 50 coal. And apparently this just, like, came out of nowhere. May as well get the XP. Oh, I have 2 charges for both. That'll do. And then this guy is pretty neat looking, but presumably completely irrelevant. Yeah, it's tier 10 magic armor. That's funny. Okay, next quest is Quiet Before the Swarm. Did not mean to sit in his lap. Whoops. Certification. Void Knights. I feel like this is interesting. They're like, okay, we need to have like a quest that points you to a bunch of our different mini games. Otherwise, they're just kind of floating out there without being pointed to. Exterminate some cockroaches. Pests escape from the island. Okay, accept quest. Commodore Matthias. Report back to me when you found anything. Okay. Yeah, I think I see Commodore Matthias over here. I am nearby Certifi. Pest sighted south of Falador. Did the pest come from here? Waste your time investigating. Alright, Void Knights are kind of jerks. Talk to Captain Tier, okay. Commodore Matthias said you could assist me. Escaped pest. Talk to the people on this half of the island. Tasks are easier if you break them into smaller parts. Start with this half. There are 9 people you should talk to. Okay. So, Bernard. Sam always acts suspicious. He hoards cake and lies about it. Okay. Jessica's acting weird. I wonder if some of these are like... Oh, have you heard anything about pests escaping? Can't swim, they have to get back on a ship. Access to anything except hard work. Okay, I don't know if the other stuff about the other characters is relevant here. I've spoken to Bernard and it's crossed off, so I guess I don't have to talk about the other things. Pests escaping. Okay, so this is like an investigation quest. It's interesting. Mariah. Boyfriend's acting weird. The idea is they're all going to mention things that are red herrings, but some of them are going to mention the same character in common. This one doesn't mention pest this time. Maybe I can just skip it because, you know, she's not crossed off. See if it updates. Okay, it gave it to me. Squire Sam. I don't have any cake. What? Oh, you weren't talking about that. Please continue. No one's been eating cake. They all want my cake. Not that I have any cake. You're not getting any. Put that down as a no, then. Okay, that's 4 out of 9. Talk to Diana. I just need to talk to the regular squire. Already talked to Bernard. Terry? Have you heard anything about the pests escaping? Okay. I think it's just all the named people, because there are a bunch of other people here that don't have names. I don't think I talked to Amy. No one's been acting suspiciously. Anything unusual happened recently? Okay, I think if it's not giving me an option, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to talk to 3 more people. With Jessica, I haven't talked to her yet. Doing research, huh? Like I'm most suspicious of her. What is your research about? Studying pests. Okay, yeah. Wants to make peace. Have other people heard that? I'm allowed on the battlefield for research. Okay, she probably did do that. Gotta find 2 more characters with names on this side of the island. Don't think I talked to Knight Michael or Mikal. Stealing someone's girlfriend count? Heard about pests escaping. Okay, so I might need to look up the one I'm missing, because I feel like I've checked out, but I haven't talked to her, Mrs. Gord. Yeah, the only one with access was the researcher lady, Jessica. The only one who seemed to have a motive. Go talk to Captain Tier. What is access to pass a motive to wanting to release one? Okay. So definitely Jessica. Confront. You let a pest escape to the mainland. An escape is a subjective term. What if it was more like freeing? Okay. To the Commodore. Pest is loose in the mainland. We need all the information we can get. Potion let the drinker enter the mind of another person. Oh, it's like Lunar Island stuff. That's very invasive. At least they got her consent. Yes. Okey-doke. Oh yeah, and it's just like Lunar Isle. That's interesting. Oh my god. Is it an actual sliding block puzzle? for real this time? It's like the theme of this episode. This game is so funny. It's like the sliding block MMO. There are so many of them. Okay. Well, I'll be back once I solve it. At least I have a helpful border, and it's only a 3x3. I'm actually super bad at these puzzles. I'm doing my best, but I'm just not good at this kind of puzzle for whatever reason. Never figured it out why my brain chemistry just goes like incompatible with it. I think the idea is you need to like do a corner first. You have to do a row, because once you complete a row, the rest of it is now a new, smaller sliding block puzzle, right? And you just keep getting smaller and smaller sliding block puzzles until you finally arrive at the answer. But I really struggle for some reason with being able to see, like right now this seems almost right in the top corner, but it's not almost right, and I'm gonna have to make it wrong on purpose just to be able to eventually fit the right answer in there, you know? Okay, well, I finally got the right side of the puzzle done. I'm gonna try to do the rest of the left side. I think that means I can just completely lock this in and just consider this to be a new puzzle over here. Same deal, I've got the top of it solved now, so I think I just have this 2x2 now as my new mini puzzle. I don't know if I have to use the outside of it to get these in the right positions. I guess we'll find out here in a second. It might be that once I have it down to a 2x2, I'm guaranteed to be able to solve it just by rotating it, that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think that happens to be true in this case. Okay, yeah, that took me way longer than it should have. Hope he made it to the mainland. Okay, he was so weak. Rester Melville said he'd look after him. Jessica did release a pest. How could you do it? Taught him to remove himself from the hive mind. Oh, interesting. Enough. Sends you to house arrest. Interesting thing. I wonder if they're gonna like end up saying that we should ally with the released pest. Your work is only beginning. We need to discuss our plans. Take a contingent to the mainland and track down the beast. Use Jessica to track it. Oh, that's mean. Gothics will forgive such a lie in the aid of killing a pest. Valuta? The dream old Void Knights have, so that one day we may lay down our arms. It's not real. Update Certificate on recent events. Okay. What's that Valuta? Old Wives' Tale. A weapon that can destroy all pests. Okay. Or to Certifi, on my way. Talking to Certifi. Void Knights. Tell me the details en route. Where's everyone else? Appeared out of nowhere. It was a teleport of some kind. Come in, Savant. Send in Lady Table. Lady Table is relatable. They don't really have the Sir jokes as solid. Everything you're carrying in your bank. Let's see if he'll send me now. Here we go. I just recovered from a weird forced crash of RuneScape, but we're here now. What happened? How'd you end up on the docks? Better not be another sliding block puzzle. Yeah, let's go. Please don't be like a 4x4. I really struggled with that 3x3. Oh, something different. Oh, it's like a fixed camera angle. Okay. This Speak to the crossing guardian. Toll booth? Isn't like last time. No two brains are alike. I'm glad that she doesn't have a sliding block puzzle brain. What do I need to do? Help the Void Knights cross the bridge. Only strong enough for 2 to cross at a time. Pest threaten those who cross. Okay, so this is a variant of the classic fox, chicken, and grain puzzle. You carry the only sword, and whoever crosses must have the sword. The more they weigh upon the bridge. Oh, okay. The toll paid is equal to the heaviest memory crossing the bridge. Go over 15, and the bridge will collapse, and you'll have to start over. How much do I weigh in memories? Weight is equivalent to 1. Each of the Void Knights will find out how each of them weigh. Could you be less cryptic? Okay. Heaviest memory contributes to the toll. So it's a variant of the fox, chicken, and grain puzzle, but not exactly the same. Okay. Let's talk to each of them. My weight in memories is 2. My weight in memories is 5. My weight in memories is 8. 8, 5, and 2. I think we want to go with the person who weighs the least to start with, right? So I only count as 1. Then can I go back over by myself, presumably? Send someone over the bridge. Myself, okay. Let's send the 2 heavy people, right? 5 and 8. Then I still have to get over, so now I need to get the person who weighs the least, which is Bernard. Right, because when I sent the 2 heavy people over, it was only taking the heaviest person. So we should be fine if we just cross together now, I think. It's kind of like a mixture of the fox puzzle and the like classic jugs of water puzzle, right? I think it's the same numbers in the jugs of water puzzle. Gotten everyone across the bridge. What do we got going on now? Can't see my quest list. Oh, is this a logic puzzle? I love these, and this is actually the same format as the one in Super Mario RPG, where it's just the 5 characters standing next to each other. Okay, I'm gonna write these down. I'll let you see them here in a sec, but I'm just gonna write them all down first. I always do these by making a spreadsheet, like a table, so I can do the logic and X off certain people. Bernard saw the seaweed while he was on watch in the crow's nest. He wasn't thinking about a promotion or his sister. Diana says the person thinking about lunch wasn't in the hold. Now, I don't know if we can assume that when they talk, they're talking about people other than themselves. That would be helpful to the logic. Person in the hold saw the pest. That's Diana who's saying that. Bernard says Amy was thinking about her sister while she was working in the rigging. Sister Diana wasn't in the hold or the helm. I'll probably show you my table for it here once I start trying to solve it. Commodore was thinking about Jessica. Didn't see the shark or the seagull. Wasn't in the hold. So it's names of people, what they're thinking about, where they are, and what they saw, I think. Let me see what the toll booth person says. What do I need to do? Untangle the memory. Each person remembers a few facts, listen to what they know, assign each of them a place on the ship, what they were thinking about, and what they saw. Okay. Where they were in the ship, what they were thinking about, what they saw. Let me make the little table here. Okay, hopefully you can see this okay. This is from my DailyScape tracker. So I made my little guy here, so I'm just going to go through each of the clues. The person on deck was thinking about fighting. The person on deck was thinking about fighting. So that's yes, which means we can cancel out everything else here because we know the person on deck was fighting. Just copy this. And she saw a seagull fly by, so we can put yes there. Because the person on deck is she, the person on deck is not Matthias or Bernard or Amy. It should be Diana. It's one of these two, so that helps. The person who saw clouds was at the helm. So helm goes to clouds. It's helpful. Okay, so then Karasi says Bernard saw the seaweed. Okay. So Bernard saw the seaweed. While he was on watch in the crow's nest. We're getting lots of information about Bernard here. He's in the crow's nest. Okay. He wasn't thinking about a promotion or his sister. So not a promotion and or sister. Okay. And then we might have to go back through and see if I can also rule out the name of the person telling me the facts if they can be excluded for everything, but let's try to assume that that's not the case first. The person thinking about lunch wasn't in the hold. Okay. Not a ton of information. The person in the hold saw the pest. So that's hold saw the pest. Already getting a lot of information here. Amy was thinking about her sister. Well, she was in the rigging. Okay. Her sister Diana wasn't in the hold or the helm. Okay. So Diana must have been in the deck because we've ruled out every possible other option for her. Gotcha. The Commodore was thinking about Jessica. That's let me make sure I click here so I don't accidentally get logged out while I'm solving this. So Matthias was thinking about Jessica. Okay. He didn't see the shark or the seagull, and he wasn't in the hold. Right, so that means he must have been in the helm, which means Karasi must have been in the hold. Might be able to deduce the rest of this now. Let me stare at it for a second. I'm just going back through the clues here. So the person on deck was thinking about fighting and saw a seagull go by. So we know that Diana was thinking about fighting because she's the one that was on deck. She's the one who saw the seagull. Right. Bernard saw the seaweed while he was on watch in the crow's nest. So we already knew that. That's not helpful. Person thinking about lunch wasn't in the hold. So Karasi was not thinking about lunch. Therefore, only one option remains. So Bernard was thinking about lunch. Karasi wants a promotion. I'm worried that it's just going to be diagonal. The person in the hold saw the pest, so the person in the hold was Karasi. Which means... yeah, I guess it's just going to be this. I think I have all the answers then, right? Know where everyone was and what they saw? Okay, I'll just turn it in then. I did not need to use the logic of them talking about somebody else. That might not even be the case. So Amy was in the rigging. She was thinking about her sister. You saw a shark. Okay, and I'm just going to do this for the rest of them here. Give me a sec. Okay, this should be my last one here. I saw clouds. Oh, looks like we got it. A pest. Am I controlling her? Oh, that's cool. Interesting that they must force you into legacy combat for this. What are we doing here? Oh, pest control backwards. Damn. Holy shit. Crazy stuff happening here. Everybody died except Karasi? Wow. Unexpected. Everyone's dead. Pest managed to get there, killed all the knights. The Commodore was fighting someone, I couldn't make out who. Wow, you think this is gonna be like a little goofy quest? You're gonna go like talk to the pest that got released. There's more going on here. No problem. Alright, heading back to pest control real quick. Talking to Captain Tyr. Commodore Matthias is dead. How could this have happened? Matthias dead? Oh, wow. Okay, that must be setting up another quest later. Cool quest, though. I always like logic puzzles. They made up for me with the sliding block puzzle by giving me a logic puzzle. Quiet Before the Swarm feels like it's a setup quest for a broader story about pest control and the Void Knight outpost. Mentioned this, but it seems like Jagex has gotten into a habit of doing this, of releasing like a prequel quest that's kind of short, introduces an idea, and then doing a sequel not too long after that. Kind of wish Old School would do this. I understand why they don't. Old School has so much friction to adding a new quest to the game that they generally only add big, huge quests all at once. They don't break them up into little pieces. But it works in this case. Basically, the gist of this quest is that somebody let a pest get off of the pest control island, and it's somewhere on the Gielinor mainland. You find out that it's a researcher who's sympathetic to the pests, who think that they can be intelligent and separated from the hive mind. We don't actually resolve the issue of the missing pests, though, because as the Void Knights are heading to the mainland to investigate, somebody shows up on the ship and murders basically all of them except for one person. The quest itself is mostly doing lunar diplomacy style dives into people's brains to kind of reconstruct what actually happened. So that's how you find out about the mass murder on the boat. I assume we're going to get a couple quest sequels that will clarify what's going on with this. It looks like there's 2 more quests coming up soon that have Void in the title, so I assume that they're both sequels to this. And that concludes the episode. Blasting through quests right now. I guess there's still a decent number of them that are relatively short. The big one coming up on the horizon is Do No Evil, which I think is the RS3 equivalent of Monkey Madness 2. There might still be a Grandmaster Monkey quest. Thanks again to everybody for watching these videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye.